The Vercelli Book is one of the four major codices of Old English literature, alongside the Exeter Book, the Junius manuscript, and the Beowulf manuscript. It is a collection of Anglo-Saxon prose and poetry preserved from the late 10th century. This manuscript resides in the Biblioteca Capitolare of Vercelli, Italy, where it has been since at least the 12th centuries. How it reached Vercelli remains a mystery, but scholars speculate that it may have been brought there by an Anglo-Saxon pilgrim or cleric. The Vercelli book comprises 135 folios and contains a mix of religious prose, homilies, and devotional poetry. The manuscript is written in Old English and is organized into 23 prose homilies and 6 poems. Its texts reflect a strong religious and didactic focus aimed at conveying Christian teachings and moral reflection. The manuscript shows signs of being a working document likely used for ecclesiastical or instructional purposes, evident in its marginal annotations and corrections. The scribal hand is consistent throughout the manuscript, suggesting it was copied by a single scribe. While the exact origin of the manuscript is unknown, linguistic evidence suggests it was produced in southern England, possibly Winchester or Canterbury. The Vercelli book contains 23 homilies, primarily focused on religious instruction and moral edification. These homilies cover a variety of topics including sin, repentance, salvation, and eschatology. They are representative of the Benedictine Reform movement, emphasizing the centrality of monastic discipline and scriptural teachings in Anglo-Saxon Christianity. The Dream of the Rood is the most famous poem in the Vercelli book. This Vishnu is a Christian elegy narrated from the perspective of the cross upon which Christ was crucified. It combines heroic imagery with deep theological reflection, portraying Christ as a noble warrior who willingly sacrifices himself for humanity. Attributed to Cinewulf, Helene is a narrative poem that recounts the story of Saint Helena's discovery of the true cross. It emphasizes the divine guidance and perseverance of Helena in her mission. Andreas is a poem that tells the heroic and miraculous tale of Saint Andrew's journey to rescue Saint Matthew from a pagan land. The remaining poems include Fates of the Apostles, Soul and Body 2, and Homiletic Fragment 1, all of which emphasize spiritual themes and Christian moral teachings. The Vercelli book holds a pivotal place in the canon of Old English literature. Its prose and poetry reflect the invasion of Anglo-Saxon culture and Christianity, illustrating the transformative effect of faith on a previously heroic pagan society. The texts blend traditional Germanic literary forms such as alliterative verse with Christian theology and hagiography, creating works that resonate with moral purpose and spiritual depth. The Vercelli book also provides insight into the religious practices, values, and intellectual life of the Anglo-Saxon period. Its preservation in Italy underscores the extensive cultural exchange in medieval Europe, revealing the wide reach of Anglo-Saxon Christian texts. Today, the Vercelli book remains a cornerstone of Old English studies, offering a rich repository of literary, historical, and theological knowledge.